Before the flow returns, there is this silence. Even though a new year has begun, it's okay if you don't feel ready to start something yet. The world may seem eager to move forward, while inside you, everything remains quiet. That quietness is not delay, and it is not confusion. It is a natural pause that arrives before the next flow returns. Before anything truly begins to move, there is always a brief moment of stillness. Those who have already changed on the inside often feel this silence more deeply, because their soul knows they no longer need to push forward. This is not a time to decide something or to prove anything. This video is not here to help you begin a new year. It is here to help you receive the stillness that comes before beginning. The flow does not need to return yet. Pausing here for a moment is what gently guides everything that will come next into its most natural form. Chapter 1. Silence is a sign that the next flow is already aligned. The silence that follows becoming is not a state where nothing is happening. It is a phase where the inner arrangement is complete and the outer world is simply catching up. Like the moment just before a stage performance begins. The lights dim, the sound fades, and the audience holds its breath. Because of that silence, the next movement begins naturally and precisely. You are standing in that exact place right now. Choosing not to begin does not mean you are stuck. It means you are standing at the point closest to beginning. The preparation is already complete. All that remains is allowing the flow to return. Within this silence, you do not need to force yourself to move. You do not need to rush meaning into anything. What looks like inactivity is the very moment when the next flow is being shaped in the most accurate way. Chapter 2. Every life has a pause built into its flow. Life does not move in a straight line. Even while it seems to be progressing, there are moments when we naturally slow down, not because we are lost, but because space is needed for the next direction to reveal itself. Like a resting place along a long journey, a place where you set your bags down, take in the view, and reflect on how far you've come. Because of that pause, the next step is chosen without strain. The silence you are feeling now works in the same way. You do not need to decide anything. You do not need to set a new goal. This pause is a sign that your life is gently returning to its natural orbit. The flow has not stopped. It is simply loosening its grip, quietly recalibrating the easiest direction forward. When you trust this moment, the next flow begins more softly than you expect. Chapter 3. The beginning of a year is not for deciding the future. When a new year begins, there is often pressure to decide something: goals, plans, direction. But the beginning of a year is not meant to lock the future in place, like a blank sheet of paper. Its emptiness is not lack, it is openness. There is no need to rush words onto it. Its role is already fulfilled by remaining clear. You're standing in that same place now. What matters is not what you will accomplish, but the state in which you exist. Feeling quiet at the start of the year means you have not lost your inner space. You do not need to push yourself right now. You can hold sensations that have not yet become words. 2026 is not asking you to hurry. This quiet beginning will later reveal itself as the most accurate starting point. Chapter 4. Flow is not something you go after. Flow is not something you create by will. It does not begin because you are ready or because you catch it at the right moment. Flow returns naturally when the conditions are aligned, like a string that has been held tight for too long. When it finally relaxes, the most beautiful resonance becomes possible without forcing a sound. The truest tone appears not through tension, but through release. If you are in silence now, it is not because you lost the flow. It is because unnecessary force is finally falling away so the flow can return. When you stop trying to move, the flow is free to find you. Flow retreats when chased and appears naturally when it is patiently welcomed. This quiet time is not emptiness before action. It is the most precise entrance prepared for the flow's return. Chapter 5. The first choice of this year is doing nothing. At the start of a year, it can feel like you must choose something, a direction, a commitment, a bold move. But the first choice this year may not be adding something. It may be adding nothing at all. When water becomes clear, it does not require more to be poured in. It simply waits for the sediment to settle, and clarity returns on its own. What you need now is the same kind of waiting. You do not need to begin yet. You do not need to move yet. Trusting this silence is proof that preparation is already complete. Doing nothing is not emptiness. It is the space where the next flow can arrive in the gentlest way. By choosing this at the beginning of the year, you are already standing at the most natural starting point. Final chapter. A quiet beginning is the most certain beginning. What begins quietly often grows into the deepest flow. What moves without noise tends to last the longest. 2026 does not require loud declarations. You do not need to set goals. You do not need to rush ahead. The silence within you now is not a sign that something is missing. It is a sign that things are already aligned. Being able to stand here before everything begins to move means you trust your own rhythm. And that is something very real. The flow will return. You do not need to search for it. You do not need to summon it. It will begin naturally, at exactly the right time. Until then, you do not need to become anything. Simply treasure the feeling of being here, now. I am Realia. May this quiet beginning become a steady foundation for you. If this message resonated with you, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And feel free to share in the comments what you are sensing right now. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.